Hey everybody, it's your girl Bunny. To all of my returning subscribers, hey, how you doing? And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Kick your feet up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any posts. Also follow me on Instagram at the same profile name so you could get the sneak peeks of what's coming up next. And this video is to talk about the strange behavior of Wendy Williams. A lot of you have been DMing me and saying, hey, what do you think about this, Bunny? But we're going to talk about more than just Wendy Williams. That's all coming up next. So I'm not a dedicated Wendy Williams fan. It's just not my zhuzh. It's just not my thing. You know, if it's fun talk, fans noticed that her speech was different. Her behaviors were different. And for those of you who don't know, she does have a history with substance abuse. There was an incident that happened a while ago where she had a live taping and she unfortunately passed out in front of a lot of people, and it just sparked a lot of concern. People were very worried about her, and she later confirmed that she's dealing with her substance abuse problems and she's working on getting better. So when people saw the behavior from last time, people got worried, and it was very scary. I will insert a few clips so you can observe the behavior. To me, it was very painful to watch, because you would think at one point in time that people that are in control of filming would have halted in regards to taking her health seriously, people that are watching it, just everything. So I'll go ahead and insert some video here so you can see what I mean. I could not go any further with looking at the episode. I had seen enough from the point of her walking out with the slurred speech from the beginning, her hardly being able to hold herself up. It was just red flags all over the place. The audience is actually some members of the staff that are filling in due to the COVID pandemic, and they're filling in and they're sitting in there and they're clapping and they're saying the oohs and the ahs in the audience. And you can see, I don't know what the gentleman's name is, but he kind of stands to the side next to the screen and he does a little fact checks here and there to kind of help her out with some details. He looked terrified. He looked absolutely terrified, and something's going on. I know it's going on. What do I do? You could also see little clips here and there, if you continue just a little bit, of the people that are behind the camera. And it's very offsetting, because you know somebody that's the boss of the boss of the boss is allowing this to happen. They are not using an empathetic and a sympathetic bell of consciousness and saying, this must stop. This person isn't well. Let's stop this whole production and let's just think about her health and her safety. Let me tell you why they're not doing that. For one, I thought I was going to have a difficult time looking for this video, but what's actually really disgusting is the fact that the Wendy Williams platform and the YouTube page still has the video up for people to watch. They're still showing it, they're still allowing commenting, and they're still allowing the views and the clicks to get them money in the pocket, to get a YouTube check. So that in itself is just really, really one of those red flags into the greed of the industry, which is very, very offsetting and sad. When it comes to production, especially with shows, you have contracts and you have obligations and you have things to meet, right? You signed up for this, therefore you must film that. I totally get it. But when do we sit down as humanity and say, we need to stop this? How about we have somewhere along the line for someone to come in who is tested for COVID? We're still following safety precautions, somebody that could fill in for Wendy because she's not well. They're not going to do that, because they're thinking about money. They're thinking about what they need to do and saying, how can called the Releases Voicemail series, where I bring awareness to how the industry thinks. I've done one about Jaguar Wright and bringing attention on how people are lurking after her because she's speaking her truth, whether you agree with it or not. I did a little skit about Ice Cube, Trump. I mean, all these different skits that I did, bringing awareness of the industry and how greedy they are, and how the mission is, at the end of the day, not your health, not your well-being, but the dollars, about your demise, correct? I even did a video about the Tamar Get Your Life series and how that was a train wreck and how that wasn't considering her mental health and her well-being. Now, whether you're a fan of Wendy Williams or not, or Tamar or not, some people, I saw some disgusting comments that said, well, Wendy Williams has always been this. So this is just karma coming back to her, okay? Let's just say you're going to run with that and thinking about that. You really have to reevaluate what you're saying. Nobody on this planet is perfect, but at the same time, if there are others around her that can take responsibility in someone's health and well-being, they have to do that. But they're not going to do that because we're talking about industry greed. I did a skit concerning YouTuber Tasha K because there was a moment where she took advantage of Jaguar Wright's situation for clicks and views, not thinking about the health and well-being of the person. You knew going in that she had an idea. This is my opportunity to really make some money. And I don't really think she cared if it backfired or not, her behavior, because she knows that she can just apologize and people can come back for more drama. Now, this is not the first time, you guys, that there have been shows that are not thinking about others' well-being. We have shows like Love and Hip Hop that allow fighting, that allow people who are pissy drunk to get on film and make a fool of themselves on television because they are contractually bound to film and to keep going. Look, don't get me wrong. We are all humans who have this blatant desire to look at things that are not good in life, but bring us some sort of perverted pleasure from watching it. Jerry Springer, drama, fights, because we all get a little key from it, okay? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. We all get a little key. It's funny. Oh my God, they was fighting. Did you see that? You talk about it. But we're talking about shows that are going on at least 10 years. We're talking about the Braxton family values. We're talking about that family. We're talking about Love and Hip Hop. It's just Atlanta Housewives. All of these shows, we're not talking about something that was short-lived and it was toxic and we said something about it and the show was canceled. This is something that has kept going. And now it's getting to the point where people are just saying, I need a break from this. It's the show. I can't do it anymore. I need counseling. And you think, if it's just so much, then why do they do it? It's the dollar. It's the almighty dollar. If you would think that if somebody was mistreated for one season and they weren't having it, what would make them sign up to put their lives and their privacy on the line again? It's money. It's if somebody would film me doing whatever I want to do for $200 and some $1,000 for a season or $30,000 an episode plus, why not? Because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, hey, if somebody wanted to film me and pay me $300,000 for just sitting around going out to eat and talking to a bunch of people, who would pass up on that? But you start to think to yourself, at what cost? And is it worth it? Now, I've been offered some stuff, you guys, and I'll bring that to the forefront later. I don't want to share that information, but I'm not on TV, and there's a reason why. You have to think about what is more important, your sanity or your money and contracts. Because you guys, in contracts, you are legally bound. If you get started and then you say, you know what? I thought this show or I thought this production was going to be this. I changed my mind. I don't want to do it anymore. Contractually, you can be sued because you're breaking an agreement, a legal agreement to bring entertainment, to bring what they thought they casted you for, that you were going to produce on TV and that you were going to bring. That is the legal binding that you are in. That's why we're seeing the stress with Tamar Braxton. That's why we're seeing them say what they're saying about WETV, but they're still filming. They're still doing this. You have to think and ask yourself, what makes them do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons of the same thing, but yet there's a level of uncomfort. And you have to start saying to yourself, it's because of something. It's the addiction of attention. It's the addiction of being a quote unquote, where are they now and who cares what they do? A fallen off type of paranorma of you can't fulfill what you did a year before that. So we really got to reevaluate what we see as cherishable. We really have to see what is art. We really have to talk about mental health things going on around us, because it's getting to the point where the toxicity is starting to get to the point to where we're desensitized. And fighting is not entertaining anymore. The arguing is not entertaining anymore. The disrespect is not entertaining anymore. And now it becomes normal. It's part of us as women, men, as a culture, things that are overlooked. So we really have to start having these conversations. Like I said, it's not like drama TV is bad, right? Because, it's not like we want to look at, PBS and the Nova and his History Channel all day. I get it. But what I'm saying is that there has to be a healthy understanding of balance and what we watch, because diet is not just what you put in your mouth. Diet is what you hear. Diet is what you see. Diet is what you consume. So we really have to start to have these conversations. Now, I will give you a perfect or some perfect examples of when you stand your ground and you say what is unacceptable, and you realize that legal contracts are binding, and from the beginning you check it. I really admire Iyanla, and I really love the show Iyanla Fix My Life, because Iyanla really has the intention of people coming in and actually starting their journey to healing. She doesn't have this idea of everything will be just peaches and cream fixed before you leave, but she will give you the tools that you need to take with you to start your journey, so that you understand and you're aware of what's happening to you and what's going on, and how to get on that healthy journey to making things right with your family, with your friends, with your environment, everything. And she is the type to where if there is anything that's harming this journey, she will say, I'm done. I will not stand for something that's harmful and that's something that's standing in the way of your healing. So I'm going to insert a couple of clips just to give you an idea that she's not in it for the clout, for the money, for the views. She's really doing the show. She's really doing the research. She's really doing this sort of production for your healing. And 2 of the 3 of the clips I noticed has to do with individuals that we've seen again in the future who've tried to do other shows and things don't work. One of the examples with Tamar Braxton, and also Tamar with the rest of her family. And we still see that they're still having the same issues with Braxton's family values and Tamar's Get Your Life. So I'm going to insert those clips right here so you can see what I mean.
Her safety. Her complaint was not about safety. Okay, that's not what her comment was to me.
She's her comment to you right now is that you guys staged her to get a reaction out of her.
But that is not true. That's not true. And because you think that, I'm done.
Okay.
I told you yesterday, this is my ministry. This is not what I do. I just happen to do it on television.
Well, if we done, we done.
We're done. Because without trust, we have absolutely nothing.
And I don't trust you.
There we go. I'm done. That's inside of her, and nobody is addressing it, Daddy. That's what bothers me.
Don't nobody need to address it, bitch. You get hit. How about that? How about that?
Like, she did it.
Calm your body down, God.
I'm out.
I do to you, dumbass bitch.
I'm done.
Dumbass bitch.
This is why I decided to add Iyanla Fix My Life Season 7 for this fall lineup for 2020, because I do feel that even though this is a movie and television show recap channel along with some comedy and all kinds of stuff, that there needs to be something entered in where we can have conversations about mental health, healthy behavior, learning. And even if it's not your situation, these are classes, in my opinion, on behaviors to look out for, things that may be red flags within our family, within our communities that we can take note of. So I love her because she plays no games with this, okay? Now, this is not the first time we have seen production look over the well-being of other people. We have seen being Bobby Brown, knowing that their family was in pain, knowing that there was substance abuse issues. They looked over that because they knew that people would tune in to the dysfunction. They knew that. So I hope you're understanding what I mean in this video, that Wendy's situation, I keep her in my prayers, whether I agree with the way that she does things or not. She's a human being. She has a son. She has a mother. She has a father. She has a family. She has people who care for her and know the true Wendy. People that are on reality shows when we only see their pain, I pray for them. Let's all just step back and just understand how we view people and start to look at the business side. Start to look at who's actually filming it and condoning this behavior. One of my new shows that I love to watch is on YouTube. It is Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, where he just sits down with a lot of people. And I have been really binge watching those because I love the fact that Mike Tyson is really, really transparent about his experiences, laughing about a lot of things, but at the same time sharing really important information with those that are younger than him, those that are in the industry, and kind of saying as an elder, watch out for these things because it's a dangerous position that I've been in. And I'll just insert a clip so you can get an understanding on the depth of what I'm talking about.
Fuck you, nigga. You ain't shit, nigga. I know who you are. You got these white people fooled. You ain't shit, nigga. Your parents are pimps and whores. You're nothing, nigga. You better sit on your knees. You better pray, motherfucker. You know, this fame shit is how the sky is how I get away from life. But life keeps hitting you and you have to obey it. It just keeps hitting you. You try to avoid it. You want to avoid life? Let me take your daughter away. Let me take your son away. When you go to face life, man, let me take your wife away. When you gotta face this shit, nigga, you bitch motherfucker. He looks at me and says, oh, this is my nigga, Mike, he's a bad nigga. I'm not nobody to be proud of. And I know you say, yeah, we're street nigga. No, nigga.
You're a legend to me.
No, nigga. Listen. You know, I respect that too, right? But listen, to be that, you know, nobody would want to go through what I went through to become that, whatever this stuff is, legend shit, whatever it is that make people want to say, hey, we love you and you're our God, whatever that stuff is, that is suffering. Well, that is suffering, nigga.
If y'all don't give me a like and a comment for all of that censoring I had to do, my goodness, I felt like Stan on that episode of Martin when somebody started talking about Gina, how her voice was annoying on the radio, and he got in there. Stan could tell he was about to go in, and he grabbed that censor beep. That's how I felt editing this clip. Okay. Man, give me some love on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to protect y'all ears as much as possible. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. I love interacting with you guys, whether we agree or not. We can agree to disagree. Respect one another in the comments. It's okay to have differences. It's okay to not agree. We can all make our points without disrespecting one another. Stay tuned this week for more episodes. We got Ready for Love. We got Iyanla Vanzant premiere popping off for October 31st. Y'all stay tuned so we can have more discussions about that. More comedy, more everything. Check out those playlists as well. Share with family, friends, co-workers, everybody. This is a family-friendly Positive vibe only channel. You know we have our comedy. You know we act a fool, but it's always a way to say and do things. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Take care. Be cautious, but don't be fearful of COVID-19. All right? I love y'all. Till next time, peace.